The Premier League title, which was previously known as the First Division crown, has always been regarded as the ultimate prize in English football. Legendary manager Brian Clough once summed up its difficulty by saying that winning it requires a mastery of every single aspect of football management, from tactics and man management to discipline and long-term planning. For that reason, only a select few managers have ever managed to lift it, and even fewer have been able to do so multiple times, establishing themselves as icons in the history of the game. At the very top of that list stands Sir Alex Ferguson, who achieved an astonishing 13 league titles with Manchester United between 1993 and 2013. His success was not immediate when he first arrived from Aberdeen in 1986, but his persistence, ability to rebuild squads, and unmatched talent for nurturing both world-class players and underrated workhorses made him the most decorated manager English football has ever seen. Behind Ferguson, three other managers stand out with 6 league titles each: George Ramsay, Bob Paisley, and Pep Guardiola. Ramsay, who guided Aston Villa during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, was one of the earliest pioneers of passing football, turning Villa into a dominant force and winning 6 championships in an era when the game was still developing. Paisley, who took charge of Liverpool in the 1970s, carried on Bill Shankly's work and elevated the club to even greater heights, winning 6 league titles and laying the foundation for Liverpool's dominance both domestically and in Europe. Guardiola, meanwhile, represents the modern era's tactical mastermind. Since arriving at Manchester City in 2016, he has transformed the club into a near-unstoppable machine, winning 6 Premier League titles in just 7 seasons and implementing a style of play centered around possession, fluidity, and tactical innovation that has influenced the wider game. Just below them are managers with 5 titles, including Tom Watson and Matt Busby. Watson, one of the game's early leaders, secured 3 league wins with Sunderland in the 1890s before moving to Liverpool, where he won 2 more and became a key figure in shaping the early identity of the club. Busby, meanwhile, became one of the most beloved figures in Manchester United's history, guiding them to 5 league triumphs between 1952 and 1967. His work was particularly remarkable as he rebuilt the club after the devastation of the Munich air disaster, ultimately leading them to European Cup glory in 1968, which was seen as a culmination of his rebuilding project. Another early innovator, Herbert Chapman, played a huge role in shaping English football. After early managerial work with Northampton and Leeds, he achieved success at Huddersfield Town before moving to Arsenal, where he won 2 league titles and introduced forward-thinking changes such as better training regimes and physiotherapy. Chapman's influence went far beyond silverware, as many of his methods set the foundation for the professional standards of the modern game. In more recent times, Arsene Wenger left an enormous mark on English football with Arsenal. Arriving in 1996, the Frenchman quickly transformed the club with his philosophy of quick passing, creative attacking football, and an emphasis on player fitness and diet. His Arsenal side won the league in 1998, 2002, and famously in 2004, when they went unbeaten throughout the entire season. Wenger was also known for identifying and developing young talents who went on to become stars, adding to his long-lasting impact. José Mourinho also reshaped the Premier League era with his bold personality and tactical pragmatism. Declaring himself the special one upon arrival at Chelsea in 2004, Mourinho won the league in his first 2 seasons and added another in 2015 after returning to the club. His ability to set up defensively solid and highly organized teams made him one of the most successful and entertaining figures of his generation. Another giant of the modern game is Kenny Dalglish, who was both a world-class player and a highly successful manager. He won 3 league titles with Liverpool, first as a player-manager in the 1980s, and later added a 4th by leading Blackburn Rovers to their famous Premier League win in 1995 after the club received major backing from owner Jack Walker. Dalglish remains unique as the only man to have won the English League as both player and manager on multiple occasions. Together, these managers represent different eras, styles, and philosophies, but all share the same rare greatness of consistently conquering the toughest league in English football. From Ramsay and Watson in the 19th century, to Chapman and Busby in the early to mid-20th century, to Ferguson, Wenger, Mourinho, Guardiola, and Dalglish in more recent decades, each left behind a legacy that shaped the evolution of the sport. Brian Clough's words still ring true. Winning the league is never a fluke, and only those who can master every side of the game achieve it. Doing it multiple times places these managers firmly among the true legends of English football.